So, apparently, we got some big news today. We got some very big news. Well, I don't know how you could classify it as big news, but I guess it is news nonetheless. That one of the chairman, the co-chairman, or was it vice president, whatever rank or title this fucking person has at Sony, has come out and said that apparently we are getting more Spider-Man films, not necessarily with Amazing Spider-Man, but with other Spider-Man characters. Now, there has been a lot of talk for a Venom movie, but there's also been a lot of talk for... apparently there's more talk for other Spider-Man characters. Now, apparently they're trying to build a Spider-Man cinematic universe. Similar to what Fox is trying to do with... Apparently they're trying to do an X-Men cinematic universe. Because Sony, as most of you guys know, all they have is Spider-Man. But truth be told, can you really build a Spider-Man cinematic universe? Is that even possible? See, the thing is that Spider-Man is a great character. There is no doubt about that Peter Parker is one of the best superheroes to ever exist. Problem being is that a lot of his characters need to stay in one little movie. I don't think you can build an entire universe around them, kind of like how Avengers is doing. Now, however, like you're saying, well, what about you talked about X-Men? Yeah, because X-Men, 1, has enough characters to do that, enough teams. 2, is that they've kind of been in their own universe for the longest time up until, the Marvel Now stuff. So, in that sense, you can do an X-Men cinematic universe. But I don't know if you could do all these characters centered around Spider-Man. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's going to be kind of difficult is what I'm saying. Would I be open to the idea? Yeah, if they can pull it off. I mean, there are a lot of characters, but let's talk about the first one. The one that's been kind of like they've been talking about for years now. Venom. The big thing is that which Venom would you use for this movie? Obviously, it wouldn't be Angelo Fortunato, that gangster, son of the gangster who became a Venom, and then you had Matt Gargan Venom. That's out of the question, too, because he needs to be Scorpion. The thing is that I think you need... It's either going to come down to, for a Venom movie, it's either going to come down to Eddie Brock or Flash Thompson. Personally, I would like to see a Flash Thompson Venom movie. I personally would like to see a Flash Thompson Venom movie. Now, hold up. For any Eddie Brock fans out there, yeah, you can't deny that Eddie Brock was cool as Venom. But, Flash Thompson, in the recent years, Flash Thompson has made Venom his own, has made kind of been like definitive Venom. He's what's been done with Flash Thompson as Venom is really interesting. It's been really like this whole secret agent, science fiction, demon stuff. It's really cool, and I think you can definitely do a movie with Eddie Brock. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility. He had a shit ton of miniseries that you can easily bring in. That could be your way of bringing in Carnage and the other symbiotes in the movies. But I think if you wanted to go for something, you can introduce Eddie Brock in Spider-Man again, but I don't know if you could do it right this time around. But I personally would like to see a Flash Thompson Venom story, but then you kind of run into the problem, because now I just thought of this, is that Flash Thompson in this universe is still pretty young. He's still like a senior. I think they said in The Amazing Spider-Man he's a senior in high school. So maybe you could say like he went into the military, got his legs blown off in Afghanistan or Iraq, and then came back and got his got prosthetics, and then they approached him with a new project and gave him the symbiote costume. And you could easily go with the symbiote in this universe. You could do like the Ultimate Venom, or you could do 616. Personally, I'm banking on if they do bring in the Venom symbiote in this universe, it'll be something akin to the Ultimate Universe, where it was some kind of suit that was created out of it was some kind of suit that was designed to build, that was created by Peter's father, and it was designed to cure cancer and stuff like that. And since they do a lot of stuff with Peter's father as a scientist, I wouldn't put him past him that this is something like it was supposed to be something medical, and the government came in, or Norman Osborn came in and retrofitted it to be like a military use. So I wouldn't be opposed to that I wouldn't be fully opposed to that in the movie. Would I like Alien Symbiote? Oh yeah, sure. But thing is that I personally would like to see either way is fine by me. I'm not against Ultimate Symbiote in here, and you can easily say, well, it kind of divided on its own, and that's how you get Carnage and all the others. But yeah, I wouldn't. Would I not be? I would not be opposed to an Eddie Brock movie. I personally, because there's been so much done with the character, not just for Venom, but Flash Thompson himself. I would like to see a Flash Thompson movie, more so. But I don't know. Maybe again. No, I wouldn't be opposed to an Eddie Brock movie. So yeah. Anyway, the other characters you could easily do movies on are like I could definitely see movies done like on the other members of the Spider-Man family. I could definitely see like a movie where you could do a movie on Kane. You could do a movie on Kane or Ben Reilly, but then you'd have to go through the Clone Saga. And they've kind of alluded to a character like Miles Warren, like the Jackal, but I don't know if you could do the Clone Saga and make it work in a film. Maybe you can make it better than the comic itself, but then again, it's literally one of the most terrible things ever to hit comics, so, oh boy. I don't know, but I'm kind of, again, I really would not be opposed to a movie about Kane. You know, Kane is a guy who was a clone, who was considered himself imperfect. He has all the power, none of the responsibility. I think you could definitely do a movie with Kane, or you could do an easily movie with Ben Reilly, and you could still use the same actor, Andrew Garfield, because he's a clone. Something like that. And there has been talk of, like, people have been kind of thinking maybe the Sinister Six could hold their own movie. I'd be open to that. I'd be open to a Sinister Six film, if you can make it work with the right characters. It'd just be like, how are you gonna, how are you gonna play with it, and what are they gonna do? I'd imagine it'd be something like Ocean's 11, in my opinion. But another character, and this is not in the member of the Spider-Man family, but in the Rogues, I definitely see you could do a Morbius the Living Vampire movie. You could definitely do a movie on Michael Morbius and make it interesting. I mean, vampires are still in. Morbius is a very tortured and painful character, and he has a lot of character development to himself. I think you could do a Morbius movie if you introduce him in the Spider-Man film, or do his own film, and then introduce him in Spider-Man. I think that's a possibility. That's a definite possibility that you could do a Morbius film. Among others, for those are the biggest ones to me that are coming to me. A Sinister Six movie, possibly, Venom movie. That's at the top of the list for everyone, is that a Venom movie. It just depends on which of the two Venom, because I'd rather see Matt Gargan as Scorpion than Venom. And again, so it'd just be either Eddie Brock or Flash Thompson. And considering Flash Thompson's popularity as Venom, I think it would be possible to do a movie on him. But again, I wouldn't be opposed to Eddie Brock as Venom. But man, it's pretty crazy that, could this work? So I'm going to ask you guys, I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Do you guys think a Marvel, a Spider-Man-centric movie universe could work? Do you think it's a good idea? And what characters could you see in the Spider-Man universe getting their own films? Stuff like that. Other than Venom or Scarlet Spider, what other characters do you think have a shot at getting their own movie, and what do you think it should be about, and who would you cast? Me personally, I'm still hoping for Gerard Butler as Kraven the Hunter in a movie. I think, dude, I know I've said this before, but I would definitely love to have Gerard Butler as Kraven the Hunter. I think he's great. I think he's perfect for the role, personally. But anyway, guys, that's really all I had to say about this. You guys tell me what you think, and I will see you guys later.